Here it is. It is an icon that welcomes you into North Alabama. The Saturn 1B rocket has stood tall for decades now at the Welcome Center, but now it faces an uncertain future. Some state and local leaders, though, are banding together to do what they can to save it. WAFF 48's Claudia Peppenhorst joins us now live from Ardmore at that Welcome Center. Claudia, you talked to a lot of people today who are doing what they can to try to save this rocket.
Liz, State Senator Tom Butler has a few plans in the works to help save this piece of Alabama history. Now, he says if he can't get funding approval on keeping the original rocket standing, he already has Plan B being considered by lawmakers. The Saturn 1B rocket has welcomed millions into the state of Alabama. Throughout the 44 years it has stood alongside Interstate 65 in Ardmore. In January, NASA announced plans to bring the rocket down, saying that it wasn't built to last this long, exposed to the elements. State Senator Tom Butler has plans to introduce funding for the preservation of the rocket. If he can't get that funding approved, he already has a bill in the Senate that would replace or replicate Saturn 1B if passed.
That history needs to be maintained. That positive image for Alabama certainly needs to be maintained. And I think the legislature is committed to help finding the funding that we need to keep that rocket right where it is in a state that is very presentable for the image we want for Alabama.
But the bill to replicate is just Plan B. Butler's main goal is preserving the original rocket. According to conservators, the restoration project would cost around $4 million. He says the State House of Representatives has already set aside $3 million in the general fund for the project. The House approved that budget on Tuesday, and it is now in the state Senate's hands for further debate. Historian Dr. Joe Fitzgerald says NASA will break the rocket down into pieces with no further use. He believes the rocket shows off the resources Alabama has to offer, and to bring it down would be a tragedy.
Millions of cars have passed by in the intervening years and have seen that rocket and recognized that Alabama is a technical powerhouse, and it's become an iconic symbol of our state. And for that reason, I believe it cannot be taken down.
Now, State Senator Butler has not introduced that new funding plan yet, but says he has plans to do so soon. Reporting live in Ardmore, Claudia Peppenhorst, 48 on your side.